Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. So, before I logged off, I managed to find a zombie in my workplace. Stupid zombie. Got a bit of steel as seen in one of these, like right here. 45 steel. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Anyways, and I also put some stairs, and someone is probably cringing right now. The fact that I go like that, like that, like that, then around. But I decided to make this level eventually a lot bigger than the other ones, because I'm going to do a lot more work in this one. So this is probably going to house a bunch of different sections, which I'll just have lying around everywhere being a total noob and everything. Now, I'm just gonna fill this electric jetpack up and throw all of this stuff into this chest right here. Got a bunch of coal, which is gonna go off into the macerator section, along with a bunch of all of the other stuff that's right here. So we'll just throw that there. And I got enough coal so that we'll be able to make as much of the other fun stuff and etc. as we can. Yes, I should have thought that through a bit better. So I'll wait for all of the macerated dust to file in. Maybe I'll fix some of the walls because this dirt is starting to get in my head. And then wait for all of the coal. Oh, that I should have known about. Okay, I guess we're almost done ready collecting for pretty much the impending apocalypse because we almost have enough coal dust to continue. Just gonna have to check my macerators to see how we're doing, and also I'm going to need to make some copper engines. I am not completely happy about how my room upstairs looks yet, but I guess I'm gonna have to live with that rather, and then just continue building and trucking on and whatnot. Okay, so I'll just make some copper engines and then dig out a bit more of the room upstairs and then we'll be good to go. La-di-da-di-da. Okay, we pretty much have just a few more things that we need to do. Just 3 more coal chunks, and that will probably just take a minute and a half. Actually, the calculations are pretty much exact. So let's go up into our room. We don't have much here currently, but it is enough to get a nice little recessed area for which we can work with. Now we're going to need a better light source eventually, but I'm thinking actually that would probably have a good appeal to it. Just having them all going like that and not having the machine fully recessed. So what I think I'm going to do is make 6 of these into the power pipes. Power pipes, activate! And let's see, 1, 2, 3, we'll have a gap, and we'll have the machine starting here. So we'll have 6 machines, and hoping eventually we can have all of this stuff. Sorry. There is someone knocking, and I need to answer the door before they knock it down. Not this one. And they knocked it down. Great. Excellent. If you wanted in, you could have just asked. I'm guessing we're going to need to have something a little more permanent than just this thing to keep them out. Eventually, we'll probably make some iron doors, but what am I saying? Yes. Anyways. Okay, we're gonna need some golden pipes. That'll be a good thing to grab from here. So we'll just make a few golden pipes. We'll need some of our glass to make it. And just 1 set should do. 1 set, and this will be a perfect amount. Probably more than perfect, but whatever. Maybe we can have a redstone system as well to turn them all on and off at the same time, but oh well. Okay, so let's put these down, and I didn't even need my wrench. That's a good thing. And we'll have them all using levers for now, so we'll need to get some of that, but let's place down all of our gold, all of your gold that belong to us. There we go. Yeesh. Guess it won't be perfect. And there we go. So the stuff will go in there. We'll need probably an output and an input for the items, but we'll have to see how the rock crusher operates before we can do that. So let's make some levers go into our wooden chest, and we'll probably need more than that, so I guess I might as well go a whole... And I had some logs already. There we go. Thank you. And here are my last 3 diamonds. Now we're going to need to make some more pistons, unfortunately. So we're going to have to break out the recipe book to do that. And do we have any iron left over? Yes, we do. 12. And all of our diamonds. So let's put all of our excess into here for now. We got our 12 diamonds that we'll need. We got our 27 steel. So we'll take that. We'll make the 3 blocks. And good. Okay, so now we just need to make the pistons, which will probably just require about that much. That'll do. We'll need to get some redstone. I'm a little excited for this, actually. And if only I was able to make these a lot easier, and if only there was some sort of warding system for the pesky skeletons. Ah, yes, this would be one of them. La 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 la. There we go. Go away. Huh? Can't believe that. Of course it didn't work. Okay, let's get my redstone, and it seems like we're almost out of redstone, which is actually quite surprising, considering how abundant the freaking material is. I can probably find some in my quarry machine, but we'll have to get to that later. Okay, so 12 blocks, I believe it is, so we'll need this and this. I don't think it's this as the order, but we'll find out. No, it isn't. And why did I do that? And I did it again on the other thing. Yay. There we go. 12 rock crusher blocks. Here we go. Where are you? Of course you're down there. Hello. How are you? I'm doing fine. Bye-bye. Okay. Going back up to my house. And closing the door. Okay. So, let's put this stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Rock crusher activate. Okay. Now let's try to get these levers in the correct direction. And of course, law of averages indicate that it's going to take a while to do so. Oh wow, that actually didn't take as long as I thought. So a stack of peat each will probably do quite nicely, and I think this will be my main kind of non-automated form right now. So let's try to put a lot of cobble in here, arrange my inventory, and I'm hoping this will be enough. Okay. Not sure how quick this goes, but we'll find out. Obviously, it can't. 6 engines isn't enough. I think it requires 15 megajoules a tick, and it only does 1 item at a time, unfortunately. So it's not the fastest way, that's for sure, and it does have that sound effect, so maybe it'll get annoying after a while. Maybe there's a way to dampen it, but let's try. Don't hear it. I hear it. Dang. So it's not as silent of an approach as I would have hoped, but we do have a lot of cobblestone And gravel. Gravel is the main thing that we can use to make it a lot more efficient for our energy usage, considering what we're going to be wanting to do with this. There we go. So basically, if we look at the sand recipe, so sand, we make it by using a rock crusher, but gravel, when rock crushed, has a chance of getting diamonds. So maybe there's a configuration setting for this that will allow me to not have that annoying sound on. But it's not too much of a bother currently. It will probably get a lot worse later as time goes by. But, what have you. Okay, so these are warming up and will probably give more of their energy, allowing it to go faster. So that will be good. Now, a few things that we'll want to do for this are quite simple, actually. We'll just need a diamond pipe, golden pipe, and etc. And what we'll want to do is have all the gravel and cobblestone go into the machine when we feed it with an appropriate junction pipe. Cobblestone will probably work for now. Let's sort that, and get back to our other stuff. Now we're going to also need something to extract items from, and I believe I do have a redstone engine down here which will be perfect for the job. Eventually I want something better than just those 6 engines and something a little more concrete instead of what we have right now. Okay, redstone engine, there we go. And I don't hear anything, which is a plus. So let's find what I was looking for. What was I looking for? Yes, let's get a chest. And go in and actually set this up to be a quasi-automated system, which might not be too difficult. Okay, so let's get everything we need, and this will be our item out. This will be switched over there. We'll just have a simple golden pipe there, which will turn on for now with a lever. Then we'll have a diamond pipe going here, and all the green will pretty much have all of the other stuff. So let's see, cobblestone and gravel we have. So green will need cobblestone and gravel. I am definitely going to need to find the configuration for that. It's going to get really annoying. And we're going to need to have a chest for all of the other items. So let's have a simple system that will need to look good as well. That won't work. That won't work. Can we send it to the sorter? That might actually be better. Or what we can do instead is have the diamond pipe here. This doesn't need to be here. That goes here instead, and all of the items will go into the blue, which will need that and that. Then all the other items will go into here. The feed line can be back there, and it doesn't need to be fast, though. We'll have it fast for this junction. There. So all the sand will go in there. All the cobblestone and gravel will be in here. Gravel and cobblestone, more like. And maybe eventually these will be at a sufficient speed to be a lot faster than it currently is. Though it is going pretty fast. Let's count it after this. 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing 15 seconds. 12 seconds. Okay, 12 seconds with how many engines? 6. So that is going to be interesting. Okay, so this gives 6 joules a second. and it requires 12 seconds, so that means it requires 72 or probably going to be 75 Minecraft Joule ticks. Actually, it's going to be multiplied by so it's 1500 megajoules. I'm going to call it megajoules, not Minecraft joules, because that's lame. 1500 Minecraft megajoules required for operation, and we can have up to 15 engines, so just 100 ticks, or it could be up to 5 seconds per operation, which is fast. Very, very, very fast. Now what we could have is these could feed our other engines, our machines as well, but we'll probably want to have fuel-based engines for all of the other stuff. But we could get bituminous peat, or however you pronounce it. So peat, let's see the recipe for the bituminous or luminous or whateverness peat, which is going to burn a lot better. Outputs 2 megajoules per tick. So if we get a good way to get that through propolis, will be good. Now propolis is operated by using a stingy comb, or we could use a squeezer for honey, but those are pretty much the only ways of getting it. Might as well take that off. Now, onto that part, we're going to probably use the squeezer to make some more fun stuff in that area. We're going to need to get more seed oil to make more apiaries, to make more madness, and this is Sparta. Okay, so with that said, we're going to need to get our wintry Comey guy from here. So we only have one wintry drone, and that's pretty much all we have. We can probably go back into the forest later to get some better suited stuff. We can probably get a backpack for that, and I think it's that direction that I need to go for it. So let's go to apiary. This is off. Its automation is off on purpose, so let's put that. It's good, and we're eventually going to need to get to an alveary. The alveary is going to be a lot more difficult to get to because it says alveary in the name, meaning it is a big block. The alveary is going to actually, not even kidding, take a lot of work. So let's check the alveary. Alveary is going to require impregnated casings, which we know how to get. But it's going to take scented paneling, which is going to take honey, and royal jelly, and pollen. And it's going to need a heck of a lot of this. So we're going to need to get our centrifuge, let's say it correctly now, and we're going to need to hook it up to the system of energy-ness. Maybe we can get it to steal enough energy to work well, and it'll be a good way to make all the other stuff. So let's actually get this going. Let's see, centrifuge is right here. We're going to need as many of these as possible. We do have some though, and we're going to need to hook this up to our engine thingy mabobber. Let's make a lot of these. We're going to need a lot of the power pipes. And I'm not even kidding when I say that. Now, hopefully it looks at all of them, sees what's the best thing to do, and then goes from there. Let's check this. Still rock crushing. We don't have anything other than sand, but that's okay, I guess. So what I'm thinking of doing is that we'll have all of this stuff going to a location over here, even though it's next to all of that annoyance over there, and we'll just have this pipe going up and around and hopefully get to the machines in one piece. Now I really say hopefully because I'm not sure the energy network algorithms for this. It's not the standard type of power cable that you can just analyze. And we gotta make sure that this has work to do. that's going to be an important thing. Also, I'd want this to be like so out of the wall. So we're going to need to move our wall using the power of drilling and do something like that. Okay, so centrifuge, let's go. It's actually getting energy at a pretty good pace, but making this go a lot slower. Actually, that is telling me a lot about this energy network. So let's go down and we can talk about it. Now, this is pretty much saying that the energy network is seeing that the rock crusher is not a priority. But let's see, it's in mid-rock crush. Let's wait for it to actually start a new cycle to test this out. So, new cycle started. Let's throw this in. It stops the cycle, sees that something else which requires less energy to work, and goes for the centrifuge. Works on the centrifuge, and when the centrifuge is finally done, what it'll then do is go back to the rock crusher, because then it sees that it needs more energy, and then just continues on about its day, which is actually a pretty good algorithm. So it depends on what I need to do, but this crystalline pollen, what are your uses? That's how I get you. How do I use you? You don't really have any use, do you? Huh. It kind of reminds me of a few people I know. Have no use at all. Okay, and the honey. No. The propolis is how much of a chance when using this? A 5% chance. So I need pretty much 2 liters worth of honey drops to be able to do anything like that. Okay, speaking of which, let's take this open and get our centrifuge. We're going to need to make another centrifuge. So let's do that. Not our centrifuge, squeezer. I think having multiple squeezers will be a good thing. We'll need sturdy casings, so we'll need to get a lot more copper. Actually, I think I am out of copper. I got copper dust, 4 copper dust. That's pretty much the extent of the copper that I have, so we're going to have to go mining and get more copper, but it should be sufficient for my casing at least. Get that. Okay. So I'm actually going to need to go on a full-fledged mining run since I used a lot of my copper. Won't be too bad, I suppose, but there are better things that I can do with this, but like I said, not too bad. Okay. And these pipes are seriously glitching, so I'm gonna just restart my client quickly. Problem solved. Okay. I'm not sure why it does that, but oh well. Okay, it seems like it gets some energy, but obviously not the whole thing. So let's put the honey drops in the squeezer. It's going to go pretty dang quickly. It's not going to be a priority or anything like that, but it's still going to go quickly enough. Now, we can move the other squeezer up here as well and work on seeds while we do this. But maybe that's too much of a good thing, but it's not too much of a good thing. We're going to need to get as many of them as possible. And this thing is not necessarily a priority. Sure, it makes stuff out of nothing, but that's what I'm doing in Minecraft anyways. Maybe you can get some sort of automated refueling for this, but I don't think that's too much of a worry. Sigh, 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 sigh. Okay. Sighing completed. Let's see what we can do. We're not going to get any propolis, I don't believe, and our ash supply, we definitely have enough. So the only limiting factor for getting all of this awesome propolis is the fact that we need awesomeness and extra stuff. Let's just make another diamond while we're waiting and while I compose my thoughts. Okay, so maybe we can make a dark room for our making of the awesome. I cannot even compose thoughts today. Wait a minute. Compose thoughts, then try to speak. This is your #1 rule, and you always seem to fail miserably at it. So I think I'm gonna get some seeds. That is a good thing to get. Also, I do believe I have enough wool to make one of those thingamabobbers. Yes, let's make a thingamabobber, and it is a pipette. Yes, pipette. Victory has been achieved. And we'll get the remaining seed oil from this, assuming that it's not full thing of pipette. Good. Okay, now you have stuff. We can move you upstairs, and we do have more seed oil, which we can fill. This will be used to make more seed oil, etc., etc., etc. We'll move onwards, and maybe we can use wax instead of tin to make... don't fall next time. Please don't fall. I kind of need myself in check. Okay, centrifuge, squeezer. Let's put that in. Put that in as well. Are we done with that? Are we done? Yes, we are. Okay, our pipettes missions have been completed, and we got one bit of propolis, which is not enough. I dare say it is not enough. Now, we're going to need to make our dark room. So a dark room is going to be pretty simple to make. We'll just need pretty much an opening, which we can close, and a lot of cobblestone over top of it. And we're going to need to get bone meal. Yes, bone meal would be very useful. I'll probably just set up the dark room outside, and we don't have any more bone meal, Ooh, yes we do, yes we do. This is gonna be a lot of seeds. Yes sirree, yes sirree. Okay, so find a nice unobtrusive location for this. How about around here, and then we'll just, well, it's not something that'll be used often, so we'll probably just dig it around here. So we'll just need a roof, and it doesn't have to be a high roof, even though it will kill my senses when I'm doing this. Maybe I could have got a turtle to do this. It's not going to be difficult. I'll see you in a sec, guys. Now, this darkroom, what the darkroom works on is the growing mechanics of Minecraft. Basically, what it does is bone meal, plants the stuff, but then what it does is it checks... Oh my gosh, I'm not getting anything. Did they fix this, or am I just not getting anything from seeds, period? Huh. Did they fix dark rooms? As if. I guess I'm gonna have to make seeds the old-fashioned way. Well, that was a definite useful thing to do. Yes, next time I'm going to check if dark rooms actually work. But sealing off this madhouse so I'd never get trapped in there. Ever. How dark rooms used to work, I might as well explain the mechanic now that I am out of that madhouse. Pretty much the Minecraft growing mechanic was that once you placed bone meal, it then checked whether there was enough light, and then if there wasn't enough light, it pretty much meant kaput and all the items dropped. Ooh, we got some common stuff, but no common queen, which we'll need. Anyways, so how it used to be is that you placed bone meal and it went haywire saying, oh no, there's nothing here, I don't have enough light, and then it spewed stuff everywhere. Now unfortunately it is not the case right now, seeing as I didn't get anything from that whatsoever, and it was kind of a failed run, but oh well. Yeah, I guess I'll just go for some seed oil normally, and we do have enough wood for other stuff, so we can just go and do the manual stuff, maybe get a bit more of that, and also making our other diamond, which will need our obsidian, which is of course in a different chest than I originally thought, going coal chunk. Maybe there's some form of automation that we can do for that, but it's not too much of an issue currently, so Probably nothing. Of course there's nothing. Why would there be anything? Oh well. Oh, we got 2 propolis though. And I was gonna get ash, but I kind of forgot, so I'll get that eventually from my other machines. Since it's not produced quickly enough, I don't really need to worry too much about getting it. But just get the ash from all the peat fire engines, and I'm sure I have many stacks of it by now. I'm guessing wild estimation of 6. And you're not pulling any items whatsoever from here. There we go. Obviously it didn't reconnect. Not sure why that was, but it doesn't really matter right now. Anyways, okay, so we got that. We'll make some more apiaries, maybe actually make an apiary room near the top, because if we look outside where we currently are, I think we can make 2 more levels to this place, though I have no clue what I'm going to put in the other levels. But it's pretty much worth a shot. Now we're going to have to get to the point where we actually make all of the stuff that, you know, fun stuff. Okay, royal jelly comes from one of the branches, pollen comes from another, but we're going to have to get all of the diligent, common, and whatnot to be able to even get to that point. And sand doesn't go in here, you don't go in there, we'll have that in there, and that in here. We'll take that out. So I guess I can keep this running. It'll produce a lot of stuff, and considering that this energy is free, I don't really have to be worried too much. Now I do know I have a limited supply of all of this stuff, and I'm going to have to be conscientious with how I spend it. But considering the pace that it is going, if I remember correctly, the peat bog can fire 10 of these peat fire engines, and if we do the 6 plus the 4 that are currently running, that should be enough. So probably we'll just bring a bit more peat in, maybe collect as much of the other oils as we can, and then see about wrapping up this episode. That's not good, is it? Okay, let's dump our inventory and then check on what the heck's going on. Now, I did check, and ash, we had pretty much 6 stacks. We had 6 and an extra 8, so I think I'm close enough. Now, let's look at what the hell is happening with our pipe over here. Now, it seems what's happening is that all of the gravel is getting made, and then is not being able to be inputted into our machine. I'm not sure why that is, but we'll have to test. Maybe if I put this here, it'll work. No, it isn't. Okay, so there seems to be an input problem with the rock crusher. Or maybe it's at least with this pipe. I'm gonna have to test another. I'm gonna have to turn this off for now. We'll have to check this and put one of these. And do we have another chest? We do not currently. Actually, now that I think of it, we might as well have a chest, workbench rather, up here, because we're going to be using this area quite a bit. Right here she'll do. That looks pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. Okay, so let's make a chest, and the items. Make a chest, I said. It doesn't listen to you, they said. You're insane, they said. Well, that last part is true, but we don't dwell on the past. Okay, so I want to see if we can actually get gravel to be inputted into this area. Hopefully we can. That was interesting. Gravel input. Checking for failure. Yes, failure has been achieved. So when the gravel gets put into here, it does not get put in as an input but puts in as an output. I want to see how cobblestone deals with that, however. If it's the same, that means that there's a full-on glitch with the rock crusher. Might be solved later on, but we'll have to see. Okay, inputted. Okay, there seems to be a glitch with the rock crusher. Let's see if the later build of forestry solves this. Sorry, they're Railcraft, yes, Railcraft rock crushers, and I should check if I just did a derp and it needs to be put into the top only. If that is the case, I am a complete noob and deserve to get shot. Well, maybe not shot, that's probably a little bit of an overstatement. Anyhow, so we'll have to do that. We'll have to turn that off, and this is going to be a little more ugly. Actually, it'll be less ugly if we put this as... I can't think. Which is pretty much my usual self. Okay, stop with the self-deprecation now, Way. We get it. Okay, you're an idiot. Shut up. Okay. Let's try input to the top. We'll need a gold pipe there for fun and profit. Not really there. We'll have the diamond pipe. Yes, that'll work. We'll have diamond pipe there, then we'll have the items going down, I guess, this way. Or we'll just have to have a ghetto style and go like that. Not gunman style, but ghetto style. It's a bit older than Gundam style, but not as old as Gundam style. Rocket Gundam style. What am I saying? I have no clue, and I'm an idiot. Okay, going on before I make a fool of myself too late. Okay, let's try this. And blue shall be cobble. And that shall be gravel as well. Working. Did you work? Yes, you're working! Woo, that works a lot better than it currently was doing before. Okay, so now that we got that fixed, and we got everything, and thank you to, I believe, yes, I am a mitten for pointing out my stupidity, because obviously it wasn't seen by the world enough and needed to be dealt with promptly. So we'll probably make this a little more sanitary later, maybe put redstone torches behind it. In fact, let's do that now. Redstone torches, we want you. Redstone torches, how about you? A little more ghetto. Okay, we'll take this and that and that. Put this and this, and put, gravel? Okay, that is powered, but obviously that isn't. So, let's go with a bit more better. Let's go with more better, shall we? And just do randomness, because that is cool do. And let's put that there, and hopefully we'll get this a lot better. Okay, so now with my randomly random stuff happening and done with and hopefully over with. That is the same as done with, by the way, just so you know. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.